All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got two-boat field here in this particular unlimited open race. Cracker Racing and the bad Alsation. So Cracker Racing had a little bit of an issue, Adam did, with that boat in his previous race that he did, but he seems to have gathered it all back together and got it running again. So Adam Breen now in the Cracker Racing, just leading the bad Alsation. What happens there? Sounds like it jumped out of gear. It has. So Jaden Mayfield, unfortunately, has got a box of neutrals, as they say in the car racing world. So that leaves Adam Breen to circulate by himself for this one. It'll pretty much become just a test run for him. He's probably happy for the test run after that little bit of an issue that he had with the boat earlier in the day, where it seemed to go down to about 5 cylinders. Certainly well and truly singing along like a little 2.5 litre Mercury should now. Sounds absolutely beautiful, and he just drifts it out of the bridge end turn here at this beautiful Windsor Stadium course. Yellow flag comes out. He's got one lap to go. Tips it in good and hard too into the bottom turn. So this is a great training run here for Adam. Oh, and it's gone off again. It's gone off. So this sounds like a similar problem to what he encountered earlier on. And I tell you what, don't think you can walk past me, Quinny, without having a chat about your little incident you just had. Come and see poor old Bisho that's stuck up here in the commentary box. We're just watching Adam Breen. He's having a little training run out there, mate, because the other boat that he was running against stopped. So, and it looks like Adams has gone off song as well, onto 5 cylinders. We don't often see that out of good Mercury engines, do we? Darryl, hello.
Hello, Bisho.
Mate, it's nice to see you. I tell you what, that was a pretty wild final.
Yeah, look, you know, we certainly made a few more changes for the final, knowing it was going to be really tough to get to the first corner and be level with the rest of the guys. So just the way it goes. Sometimes you go too far, and probably happened on this occasion where I probably got a little bit excited to give it too much up plate, and I think I've grabbed a roller at the same time, and then it's just along for the ride after that. But I certainly did think that I was going to end up wet. That was for sure.
Well, that was my next question, mate. Yeah, and obviously, okay, so, I mean, cross-wash, we call it, the waves from the other boats, which does tend to make you want to try and walk. It turned into a pretty severe one, and turned into a gunnel walk, I suppose. But what are you thinking at that stage? Does everything slow down a little bit for you, or is it just crazy?
No, I was actually trying to get back on the throttle, you know what I mean? But it was after it went right, then went left, and then when it come back to the right again, no, this is not going to end up nicely here if I keep going here. So, certainly there was a bit of a try and walk in there. I had too much up plate, and I'll admit that. I thought, look, we can ride it, but once you get a little bit of cross wash, then that upsets thing. And, I'm usually watching the water 100 metres in front of me to see what's happening, but at that time I was actually checking my mirrors to see who was around me, and then so we're in pear shape. But, the safest thing to do is to pull up, because you don't know what damage you've done to the boat. So the safest thing is to pull up, get back to the bank, have a look at the rudder, have a look at the shaft, have a look at the glass work, and see where we're at. But I've had a quick look. It looks all good, so we'll see where we are for the rest of the weekend.
Mate, the boat looks blindingly fast, as always. You're driving it well, as always. It's been a long road with this boat for you, hasn't it? You've had it a fair while now, and must be like pulling on an old glove sometimes.
Yeah, look, we bought this boat back. First event was actually Melton 21. We got it back at about October 20. And Gary and Robbie Newell from Charles Plate Marine did a little bit of work for me just to set up how I wanted to set it up. And then, Melton was the first event. And then, we had a little hiccup in 22 at Melton, which put me back for about 6 months. And then, come back to Melton 23, and it sort of went great there, obviously. And then 24 was a schmozzle for me at Melton again, so it was like it's either good or bad at Melton. You know what I mean? You drop a lifter, or you spin out in the last corner of the race of the Gold Cup. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things that's flip of the coin. What's going to happen? But it has been a long road. It's as good as the old one. It's there. I've made some more changes during the week, You know, a bit of cut here, a bit of trim there, a bit of propeller, you know, other bits and pieces, and it's just hit a really nice sweet spot now. So.
Fantastic, mate. This National Drivers' Championship, you haven't really been involved in it until this weekend, but what are your thoughts on turning up for all of them next time?
Oh, well, look, you know, if I go back, you know, 2010 when we first had the blown lights, and then we had 2013, 2014 the blown lights. You know, that was a good program for the crowd. It was a great program for the drivers, and we've just elevated it to another level. Okay, so you know, to move the sport forward, we need to support one another, gather the support from the crowd, gather support from the clubs, and gather support from the sponsors, and then we'll move forward. And you know, I do believe it will work. You know, I have my opinions on a few other little things in the program for that, but you know, the majority rules, and you know, you just go with the flow.
Yeah, mate, so is that a yes or a no? We'll see you at all the rounds next season, 5 of them.
Yeah, you'll see me at Melton. That'll be the start of it, and then we'll go from there. But if I have a shock at Melton, well, you know, it's pretty hard to come back from one round down.
Yeah, that's right, mate. And obviously, if you're breaking stuff as well, it's all about finances, budgets, and all that sort of stuff as well. You can't be sending yourself broke over going boat racing either.
Yeah, look, one thing that the clubs, well, the committee of the National Drivers' Championship has had a discussion about is dropping some rounds, right? So the blown light days, we could drop 4 races, so it actually encouraged you to keep going. And therefore you go, you know what, I can drop my four rounds that I did very average in, and then I'm still in the hunt. And that was the best thing about it. Encouraged guys to keep going.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We do that in ski racing with our points course series. You do drop a round, and I agree with you. I think it's, you know, because everyone's going to have a mare, aren't they, at some point?
Yeah, of course. Look, I mean, everyone will have a round where it doesn't go their way. You know, I mean, look at Chris Hearn, Melton. You know, he's come strong here. You know, I did poorly at Melton. I come reasonably strong here. Then, you know, guys that you know, Tate Ramsey and Reckless. You know, he may not have qualified for the A final, but he's still collecting points. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? You just got to keep going.
100%, mate. We're on to the race on the water. Thanks so much, Dell. It's great to see you out there, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Bisho.